Coming up, Iowa City protests against sexual violence on campus. And later, a 33-year-old freshman shakes up campus.
Will McNamara be ready for the season opener?
We haven't escaped the high heats just yet, but I'll tell you more on the forecast coming up.
All of that and more coming up on this Wednesday morning edition of DITV News.
Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in live to DITV and KRUI 89.7 FM.
I'm Vivian Samoski.
And I'm Johnny Valtman. Around 50 people gathered last night to protest the Delta Sigma Phi fraternity after the university crime log reported that a sexual assault took place at their house. The log said the assault happened around midnight last Thursday. Protesters spoke about the need for students to continue taking action.
Because I know that protest needs a second wave of action apart from the protests to really bring forward change. So I hope that I can see on how I can do that here within Iowa City.
People gathered at the Rape Victim Advocacy Program building on the west side of campus before marching to the Delta Sigma Phi house. Outside, they faced a line of police cars while they chanted and waved signs. The protest lasted about half an hour and ended without police involvement. The University of Iowa announced in February its plan to sell Mayflower Residence Hall. Since then, students and alumni have had mixed reactions to the news about the future of the dorm. Daily Iowa senior news reporter Kate Perez spoke to people involved with the sale, as well as Iowa alumni. Kate, what did you learn about the sale?
The broker involved with the sale believes Mayflower could be sold in 2024, with there being multiple interested parties. They also recently gave tours of the building to prospective buyers. When the DI talked to some past alumni who lived in Mayflower, they said they were saddened and surprised by the news. While they recognized that Mayflower has a bad reputation, all of the alumni said they enjoyed living there and met some of their closest friends. 2 people even met their husbands at Mayflower. Back to you, Johnny.
Thank you, Kate. And yesterday, Jonathan McCaffrey, son of Iowa men's basketball coach Fran McCaffrey, went on trial on a misdemeanor charge. In May, 17-year-old McCaffrey failed to yield to 45-year-old pedestrian Corey Height, hitting Height, who later died due to his injuries in the collision. McCaffrey was charged with a misdemeanor, which he pleaded not guilty to in July. The trial's first day saw multiple witnesses of the collision and officers who responded to the scene. McCaffrey waived his right to appear at the trial and his lawyer spoke on his behalf. Stay tuned for updates as the trial progresses. Iowa City hosted its 15th Taste of Iowa City yesterday evening. The event is a way for people to taste a wide variety of food from local stores and restaurants. New Hawkeyes also have the chance to explore downtown and get involved. Food isn't the only attraction, as there is a wide selection of music that can be found at every corner. With the recent heat wave, it's a perfect way to enjoy the summer weather and try something new. While I do love the food here, I'm not enjoying the late summer heat. Samantha's live outside with the forecast that hopefully goes from spicy to mild.
Thanks, Johnny. And summer is here to stay for now. Iowa City is hanging on to summer into this week, so get your tan while you can, and let's take a look at this week's forecast. I'm live outside of the old Capitol, and it's currently 61 degrees. As we head into later today, you can expect a high of 79 degrees and sunny skies. Looking at tomorrow, there's a high of 79 degrees again, and into the nighttime, we can expect the temps to sit around 53 degrees. And the heat turns up on Friday as highs sit at 85 with a low of 58. Make sure to stay hydrated and find shade when you can, as temperatures will be well into the 90s all weekend long. The sun is going to be intense as well, so don't forget your sunscreen if you're planning on being outside. And the heat doesn't let up as we go into next week, but there are clouds expected on Monday and Tuesday. It's looking like the 90-degree days are here to stay, and doesn't all this heat make you want an iced coffee? What do you say, Johnny?
No thanks, Samantha. I'm not much of a coffee drinker, but a local coffee shop in downtown Iowa City is growing. DITV News Director Ashley Wheel has more on how a small coffee shop hopes to make a big impact.
Here in this historic building that used to be an old grocery store, Daydrink has officially opened their second location here on Bowery Street.
Our team here curate people's days, and as corny as that could potentially sound, everybody here has an influence on everybody that they're seeing.
Daydrink focuses on community and sustainability. They do this through having a fully vegan menu, using reusable glass mugs, and catering a welcoming environment in their now 2 locations.
I also appreciate the sustainability aspect. They serve in glass jars instead of plastic and paper cups, which is great. So it's nice to support a business that cares about the environment, cares about good coffee in the community.
And they hope to be able to do more with this larger standalone space.
The current space is a little smaller. We don't have the space to offer the coffee classes, the tasting things, the events that we can hold here. So I think that was also a driving factor.
Loyal fans showed up opening day, overflowing the building and keeping staff busy.
I wasn't expecting it to be this busy, but I'm excited. It's pretty fun.
They have amazing coffee, amazing people who run the whole business, so I love coming here. I love going downtown, and now I'll definitely make my way over here.
Staff are excited to welcome both new and existing customers here to this new location. In Iowa City, Ashley Wheel, DITV.
Thank you, Ashley. Recreational Services now has multiple ways for students to stay active on campus, including some new updates this semester. Updates from over the summer include a Recreational Services app. Students can see everything they need to know about all facilities. This also includes live visitor counts, hours of operation, and group fitness schedules. Tonight, the brightest supermoon of the 2023 lunar calendar is going to happen, labeled by NASA as a super blue moon. This sight occurs when the moon's orbit is closest to the Earth at the same time as the moon is full. PhD astronomer and UI assistant professor Casey DeRue says the moon will look its most dramatic around 10 or 11 p.m. and your eyes should be sufficient in observing the moon. Tonight will be the last super blue moon until it will come back out in 2037. A University of Iowa transfer student has caught traction on TikTok for documenting his day-to-day. DITV's Hannah Lipsky has more on who this campus celebrity is.
33-year-old Billy Steinoff has become a campus celebrity, not only for his untraditional college path, but for his TikTok account that he created as a joke and now posts daily, day in the life videos here in Reno Hall. After his first and second attempts at college didn't go as planned, he worked for nearly a decade before getting his associate's degree.
I woke up one morning and decided that I needed to go back to school. Here I am.
After being accepted into the University of Iowa, he decided the best way to save money was by living in the dorms. After other students mistook him as a parent on move-in day, he went to TikTok to document his everyday journey.
People were asking me what dorm my kid was living in, and I just posted it as a joke, and then people liked it, so I was like, all right, well, I'll post another one, and then people wanted to know about my story and stuff like that, so now I just kind of document everything that I do.
Day 2 of being a 33-year-old transfer student here at Iowa.
Other residents in Reno were surprised of his presence on TikTok, but after no time, his name and videos are growing more popular every day.
I didn't know who he was. I just know him as some guy, but he was really, really chill to talk to. And then the next day, my roommate Steven, he pulls up his TikTok, and turns out Billy's a celebrity.
Steinoff's TikTok has grown to over 6,500 followers, and his most popular video has 18,000 likes in just under 2 weeks.
A photo takes 2 seconds. It doesn't hurt me, and if it makes somebody else's day, then hey, I'm all for it. So.
Steinoff has received support from the University of Iowa community. From Reno Hall, this is Hannah Lipsky, DITV.
Thank you, Hannah. And talking about old faces and new places, Vivian, the biggest story of this Iowa offense for football is Cade McNamara and how his impact is going to be.
Yeah, you hit the nail on that one, Johnny. Now, with a new quarterback, McNamara, at quarterback this season, students on campus are excited to see how the former Wolverine can take this offense to the next level. But Hawk fans may have to wait until next weekend to see their new quarterback play his first game in black and gold. DITV sports reporter Max Von Grace is live outside historic Kinnick Stadium. And Max, a lot of Hawk fans want to know if Cade McNamara will even be starting at quarterback on Saturday. Now, what do you know so far about QB12?
Good morning, Vivian. I am live outside historic Kinnick Stadium where news broke yesterday from top dog Kirk Ferentz that Cade McNamara has been medically cleared to play on Saturday. There has been speculation of whether or not Cade will start against Utah State or if he will even play just because he's coming off of an injury that happened recently. However, I do believe that it is crucial in week one that he gets some reps with his new wide receivers, with his new teammates, because like you said, he just transferred from Michigan. However, there is no doubt in my mind that Cade is ready and wants to swarm the field on Saturday.
It's like I've asked so many guys what's it like to play, and you know, everyone says the same thing, that they love playing in Kinnick. I can't wait. I've been thinking about that day for a really long time, and I just honestly am so excited to just swarm out with my teammates and take the field for the first time in Kinnick.
Now flipping over the line of scrimmage to the defensive side, the historic Hawkeye defense had a savage 2022 year and is looking to build on that this upcoming 2023 season. Some key players like Lucas Van Ness and Jack Campbell, they went to the NFL draft and now they're in the big league. So Iowa's defense will look to some new, fresh faces on defense who are ultimately really hungry to take the field on Saturday. Veteran players are focused on improving and building off of last year's dominance, and despite the defense ranking high in multiple categories last season in the FBS, this defense knows that they haven't proven anything just yet.
Wins a championship in August, and trying just to get better every single day and work on ourselves and focus on each week individually is the only thing we can do.
If you asked any defensive player, like even including myself, like there's so much like I can improve on as a player, and so much that I can improve as a leader and as a team guy. And I think everybody feels that way. I think that's just what sets his defense apart.
Vivian, I truly believe that this defense is championship ready. The only real question is if the offense can live up to the hype.
It's definitely the big question mark heading into the season. And two Hawkeyes earned Big Ten Player of the Week honors after knocking out #1 North Carolina over the weekend. Freshman Dion Van Alsum and sophomore Mia Magnota showed out this weekend in Chapel Hill. Van Alsum earned Freshman of the Week after starting her career with scoring multiple goals in each game, including the tying shot against UNC. Magnota earned Defensive Player of the Week after starting the year with her first career shutout in Iowa's 4-0 win over Wake Forest. She would also have a career-high 6 saves against the Tar Heels. And football isn't the only team having their home opener this week, as the Hawkeye volleyball squad looks above 500 as they host their Fry Fest Invitational. Iowa will set off against Middle Tennessee State on Friday and Kent State on Saturday. And to close the weekend, the Hawks will play South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Johnny, with fall sports about to be in full swing, which ones are you most excited to see?
Well, Vivian, of course, I'm most excited to see the football team finally get back out there. But I am anticipating this field hockey team because they went to UNC, took out the #1 team in the country, and I think we'll be talking about them for a while to come. And also the volleyball team, it's good to have them back, and I can't wait to watch some of their games.
Me neither. Now, you're definitely right about that one.
Yep. And something you might be talking about for the rest of the day is a flying sandwich. Subway is taking things to the skies by launching a blimp with a complete restaurant attached to it. The Subway Sandwich Subs blimp is modeled after a Subway sandwich, displaying meats at the nose of the aircraft. Subway is running this promotion for select fans to enjoy their favorite sandwiches while flying in the skies of Kansas City, Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami. Thank you for tuning in live to DITV News and KRUI 89.7 FM.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday.
And we'll be back here Friday, waiting for the weekend games to happen and hoping you're having a good weekend then. For DITV News, I'm Johnny Valtman.
And I'm Vivian Samosky. Have a great day.